Hey everybody, this is your notes on transformation of quadratics. This crazy formula right here is just called vertex form of a quadratic equation. Okay. First of all, look at the letter A that's in front of the parentheses right here. Let's see what happens on what A is. So I'm going to slide this over and say, okay, if A is greater than 1, then it stretches the parabola. If A is less than 1, that means it's a fraction, then it shrinks the parabola, okay? And by shrinking, it actually makes it look fatter, and when it stretches, it looks skinnier, okay? Think about people who are shorter. Sometimes they're wider than people, and then you get taller and you thin out a little bit. So anyway. So that's what happens with A. Let's go over here and look at H. This is the difficult one, guys. H will shift your parabola to the right or to the left. If H is negative, it shifts your parabola to the right. Usually negative, you would think left, but this particular variable moves the parabola in the opposite direction of what you would think. So whatever number H is right here, if it's positive, it shifts it left. If it's negative, it shifts it right. K, what does K do over here? Well, if K is positive, it moves the parabola up. If K is negative, it moves the parabola down. Okay, simple enough. And finally, okay, I'll move this one. Okay, there we go. If A is a negative number, the parabola is upside down. Okay, if A is positive, it's right side up. So we call that a reflection over the x-axis. So those are your transformations, okay? All right, now let's scroll down a little bit. So we need to look at what we're going to describe the transformations here. And I'm going to actually switch over to my real document here to do these. Okay? All right. So in the first problem, ooh, Lord. All right. We're looking down here at the bottom of the page. So when I say transformation, guys, what you need to understand is y equals x squared is your most basic parabola, okay? When I start adding in these 2's right here, they do all kinds of things to the parabola. So this first 2 stretches the parabola times 2. It multiplies all your y values times 2, and it makes it taller and skinnier. This 2 in the parentheses here moves it left 2 units. So it shifts every point on the parabola 2 units to the left, and this plus 2 out here shifts every point on the parabola up 2 units. So those are the transformations for problem number 1. Problem number 2. This negative sign in front of the 3 reflects the parabola over the x-axis. There's a reflection over the x-axis. This is a shorthand notation, lowercase r with a subscript to x. That means reflects it over the x-axis. The 3 stretches it times 3. So that means all the y values are tripled from the original parent function. This minus 1 right here moves all the ordered pairs or all the points to the right 1. And then this plus 5 out here moves all the points up 5 units. Okay? So those are your transformations. All right. 2/3. That's going to shrink the parabola, which makes it look fatter. Okay? Because all the y values are multiplied by 2/3 times 2/3. So that's a shrink. This 2, this negative 2 in parentheses, will move everything, move all the points right 2. This minus 1 out here will move all the ordered pairs down 1. Okay? Those are your transformations on number 3. I'll let you do number 4 and 5 on your own. We'll talk about this a little bit more when we get to class. Okay? I'm going to go back one more time. There is your, there's all your information for transformation of quadratics. All right, guys. I'm not going to do any of these problems on the back for now because we just did 3 problems on the front. So happy note taking. See you soon.